What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to like and share this video. We greatly appreciate it. The girls' high school basketball is right around the corner, and for some, the season just started. And anybody that knows me, y'all know I had to bring the Beyonce coaching on. So what's up to Coach Tanisha Franklin? What's up with you?
What's going on, man? Thanks for always having me. It's always a pleasure being on your show.
Appreciate you for taking this time out.
Sure.
Extremely busy woman. You guys just kicked off your season last night.
We did.
Heard it was kind of a nail biter back and forth.
Oh my goodness, it was a good game. First and foremost, let me thank every fan that showed up to the Bears Den in support of our women's basketball team. We had a phenomenal crowd at our game last night. The amount of support that was showed last night at our game was absolutely phenomenal.
Man, I seen it so late. I'm like, dang it, why am I just now seeing it? I just got off day job, etc., and I was unfortunate I couldn't make it. Seeing you guys were kind of going back and forth, and you failed in overtime. But what were some of the positives that you took away from the game? I
have a really young team, and that team showed a lot of discipline. They showed a lot of heart. And they played together. I have 9 freshmen total on my team, 1 senior and 2 juniors. So the poise and the amount of poise that they showed last night and their togetherness, that grit, I was really impressed by it.
Even though you have a young team, it's something about those young kids that come in that are hungry.
Yeah.
How exciting is that for you as a coach?
It's very exciting because your future is bright. So if you got that group of kids that's coming in and they hungry and they ready to fight. So knowing with the development, you planting that seed. And as they develop, they're going to be tough to beat.
A player that you've had since her freshman year, Samira Cologne, obviously one of the best players here. How much has she grown since you've been the coach?
She's grown a lot. More so, we know her skill set was always there. It's more the mental part of it and understanding the game much better is one of the aspects that I would like to point out as far as her growth. Mentally, she have grown a lot. Last year, she was surrounded by a veteran team. This year, she is the veteran, right? So with that experience that she's had from that veteran team is now allowed her to be able to lead our team.
Let's do a quick recap of last year. You graduated some phenomenal players. You had Brianna Thompson, you had Delana Brown, you had all of those other, key players that have now moved on. Is it hard, and I know it's hard to replace them, but is it hard to stay motivated once players like that leave your program?
For me, it's not, because it's a joy, right? You understand in the position you are in, and this is every year that you are back in a position of development your student athletes and push them to move forward, whether academically or skill-wise. But the relationships that you build with those kids, the bonds individually you have with them, is tough to replace. But overall, I enjoy it. I look forward to each group that's coming in each and every single year because you begin and allow yourself to be able to create more bonds.
How do you continue to even want to be here? Because there was a lot of talk. I know last year a lot of people thought that was your last one, and you just continue to come back. So how do you just continue to stay motivated to come back?
The girls, they motivate me. I don't want to say that there is a distrust with putting them in anybody else's hands because I know that they hold me and whatever coach coming in they're going to hold them to a high standard. So we want to make sure once I begin to transition out that whoever's coming in, that we're leaving them in good hands. With any program, especially with me being an athletic director, you just don't want to hire or put anybody in a position. You want to make sure that it's suitable, that it's fitting, and that they are going to represent your program as well. But it's tough. It gets tough, and it seems like it gets tougher and tougher each year with the women's basketball declining, you not having too many girls who are interested in playing. So each year your numbers are fluctuating, right? Last year they were relatively low. I only had a total of 8 girls on that team. That was a total, right? And you in the inner city, so you know how things change constantly. So it goes back to that passion and being able to understand the position that I am in, the generations that are dependent on me or counting on me, or that generation is like, I can't wait to get to East High School to play for Coach Tanisha, right? So those are the things that continue to motivate me, but it's getting time.
You are somebody that actually is a living legend.
Am I?
And here's why. I'm gonna throw out
That's news to me.
I'm gonna throw out this stat that a lot of people probably haven't really thought about. But I want to say you are one of the longest, if not the longest tenured female black coach in this area.
Yeah, for sure.
to have a title like that, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. Again, you got to think about the dynamics of the community that I'm serving. You know, those black or brown girls look to me for, as inspiration, to know that they are able and capable of leading, right, a team. If that's their dream, is to coach, if that's one of their goals, they're able to look at me and see that. I know for me, I heard a lot about Miss Henrietta Williams, who was one of the black coaches in the area prior to me playing basketball for D-Ray in high school. So that was something that I looked, forward to, was the fact, like, wow, like you say, this is history that's being made locally in the area. You don't have too many African-American women coaches, right? So just to be talked about in that sense, it feels good.
I remember my first year covering the team, and a lot of people see what I'm doing now, but if we're going to just be honest, I always give you your flowers publicly and privately, because you were the one that gave me my first opportunity. So anytime I sit down with you, I always got to make sure I reverence that, dagnabbit. The team obviously is young, and the season literally just started. What is going to be a successful year this year for the Lady Golden Bears?
That's a tough question. I really can't answer that right now. Because, I don't like settling for moral victories. I want to win, right? Ultimate goal is to win. But there are so many factors that plays into that, like just the little things of them seeing, like, for example, our JV team is really young, and they went out there and performed and won their first game last night. So you know that they're paying attention. You know that they are listening, even though when you're in practice fussing at them and they're not making the right decisions. But when it transitions to the game and you see them doing those things that we are constantly on them about, it lets me know that they are paying attention and listening. So it just depends on what we are going out, what goal or we're going out to set for that night. But overall, a successful program, I would like to win, if I had to answer, at least 10 plus games. If I can win 10 plus games with this unit that I have, I would consider that a successful season.
Every coach has those games highlighted, and I've asked every coach this who I've done sit-downs with this season. Everybody has those games highlighted that you just say, I really want to see how we match up against them, or I really want to see if we can really beat this team. If you could name a few schools right off the top of your head that you say, I really want to see what we do against them, who would those schools be?
In our conference, I think Mooney has, and Ursuline, of course, has challenged us the most. We go back and compete, and in wins and losses, we'll win one, they'll win one. But those teams are the ones that I like to go up against and looking forward to competing against and hopefully walking out of those arenas with victories. You
are somebody that a lot of people in this community look up to.
Really?
Girls look up to you. And the reason why, here's why. And, this is not.
Well, thank you for informing me.
Just got to be real, because with everything good, there does come some negative. But most of the time when people bring up your name, it's something positive. Like, how do you continue to even want to give back? Because, sometimes the people get on that high horse, they look down on people. Yeah, no, it's just character. It's just who you are. My family, my mom and dad are hardworking people. Ideally the jobs that they had wouldn't be your jobs that people would deem successful, but they got up every day and went to work. So there's a lot of humility behind what I'm doing, and the fact that, I'm an inner city kid. I come from these same struggles, so I don't look upon or down on anybody, because I understand and thankful for the opportunity that was given to me from my former high school coach who believed in me. So the only thing it takes is just one person actually seeing your potential and believing in you, and that's all that matters. Fun fact, when I was 13, I played here it was the after school program league. Okay. And was it Flying High? Yeah, and there was two coaches that believed in me and let me play up. You and Coach Brenda Scott. And every time I see y'all, I tell y'all thank you, because y'all believed in me when I was only, 13 and had the ability to play up. And, I say this just to be real, I was giving cast the works at that point. You always was giving people the work, just being truthful. Just being true. Conversation for a different day. You continue to elevate and you continue to empower people, but you also need help along the way. Absolutely. How appreciative are you to have a wonderful staff? Man, I can't tell you. The good thing about, my philosophy has always been, you pick your staff the way you pick your players. You want somebody that first and foremost believe in you, right? That trust in you, and that you share the same common philosophy, because it's hard to coach with somebody, for one, who don't believe in you or share that same philosophy. And it does help that they are really good friends of mine. So even in a disagreement, we're able to disagree, tell each other we love each other,
and move on. Tiffany and I have been friends for 20 plus years. She probably cussed me out and argued with me the most, but you know what? Yeah, it's all love, and I know, you know, that's just the dynamics, you know, of our friendship.
That's incredible, you know, to see Tiff, to see Cheryl, to even see Brenda when, you know, she was here, when Candace was here, et cetera, and to see that you continue to even want to have a list of coaches that, you know, you would still go to bat for.
Absolutely.
But just to be honest, it's nothing like seeing our black queens together.
Absolutely. If you ever notice, my staff has always been, you know, female and black, and that's only because I know that we don't get that opportunity, right? You don't see too many black females coaching, for one, right? So when I have the opportunity to hire, you know, coaches, you know, who are interested in coaching, and not just black, but women in general, I want to lift them up and empower them, you know what I mean, and give them their opportunity.
If anybody wanted to connect with the team or wanted to maybe sponsor a dinner or something of that nature, how can they do that?
You know what, the support has been tremendous for our women's basketball program. All our team meals have already been accompanied. Somebody has already provided for us, so that speaks volumes. But if anybody would like to donate any snacks or any Gatorade water, feel free to, you know, email me or just come up to the school. Facebook, social media is always the fastest way. Inbox me and let me know, and we can set up a time to meet here up at the school.
Nothing else needs to be asked, Coach Franklin. Appreciate you so much for your time.
Always a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Be sure y'all like and share this video, Coach Franklin, on the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Go Golden Bears. See y'all next time.
Yeah.